I'm going to build the most fun place on LEGO Earth. A place that has roller coasters, bumper cars, a giant water slide, and much more. And I'm going to do all of this in 100 hours. Let's begin. Right here, I am building the entrance to this glorious theme park. And I love castles. I mean, who doesn't like castles? So I'm making a castle-themed entrance. So in these two towers here in the front, you can see we have a couple of windows. And that's because these two towers will be our ticket booths. And the people who are running the ticket booths are Tom and Joy here. Joy has a baby, so she's gonna need a crib in her booth, along with this cash register to hold money, and this machine I built to print out everyone's tickets. But over in Tom's booth, things are a bit different over here. Tom requested that I make him his own bed. I guess for when there are no customers at the window, I don't know. He also requested that I make him his own soda machine that has orange Fanta, Coca-Cola, Mountain Dew, and of course the best soda of all time, Pepsi. Fight me in the comments, I don't care, come on! And of course we had to make him a ticket printer as well, and of course a cash register. Our entrance here looks pretty good, but it's missing one thing. We need a sign outside with the name of our theme park. So I tried making one for a couple of hours, and I didn't really like any of the names I was coming up with until I thought of the name Cool Place. I mean, that's just brilliant. So right here we are working on our first ride in this theme park. This is going to be the Bumper Cars ride. Now bumper cars are very violent, but they're also scary. But guess what? They're also violent. But that is just what makes them so much fun. So here I built sort of a circle for the bumper cars to drive on. But next we'll need to make a pathway, and this will serve as a place for people to wait in line. We'll also need to make some rails for our pathway here, because we all know how frustrating it is when you've been in line for so long and then there's that one person who just cuts in. I mean, shame on you, Tom. And now I'm just adding some smooth tile on top of the rail. Now we'll just need to make the bumper cars themselves. This part is kind of complicated because there are a lot of different type of bumper cars. So the real question is, what kind of bumper car should we build? And after attempting trying to build many different styles that I saw online, I finally came up with this little puppy here. And yes, it's simple, it's very basic, maybe a little too basic, but you have a seat, you got a steering wheel, and of course you got the little bumper part on the bottom. And that of course is the part that allows you to bump into other cars without damaging them. And speaking of other cars, we're gonna need to build a lot more of these. I did it. So I ended up building 4 of them. I'm not sure if 4 can actually fit on the track, but you know, we've got them now, so whatever. And now it is time to build up the walls on this ride. And as you can see, I'm going with the yellow and blue theme to match our sign up front. Right here is the entrance to the ride. I did leave these massive windows open, and that's so that when you're on the ride, you can look outside. That rhymes. Now we just need to add a roof to this fantastic theme park ride. And just so people know what this is, we're gonna need a name on the building. A name that's fantastic, something that describes bumper cars, something that's incredible. Like, bumps. We can change it later. And now that we have a ride, a lot of people are entering the theme park. But I'm having to turn some away. I mean, look at this ugly thing. No, sir, we cannot have him in here. Alright, I'm just kidding, come on in. Yay! But we have other problems. You see, now everyone has a ride, but they don't have any food, so they're starting to complain.
Yeah, like, you know, I need food if I'm gonna live.
And then there's this guy here.
A theme park without any food? I think this place is a dump.
So I am now on a mission to make this theme park its very own restaurant. And I thought we might as well go with the castle theme to match the entrance. Right here will be the front counter. This will be where you order your food and you pay. So I went ahead and built a cash register similar to the one we built earlier. And our server here is going to need a stool to sit down. I mean, look at those little legs. I mean, there's no way he's gonna stand on those all day. Behind him here we'll have another soda fountain. And this one of course has to have Pepsi too, since that's the best soda of all time. And next to the front counter here, we're gonna have a place for all the food. Now I'm gonna add some home style cooked meals, something like some chicken legs, some eggs, some mashed potato and gravy. That looks really cursed, I'm not gonna lie. And now that we have all our food options, we'll need to put this glass on here. And now our customers can look through the glass and see the food and know that it's not fake, it's totally real. Next we'll need to build the walls around our restaurant here. Oh boy, we already got a customer, we gotta get this done. Let's add us a little roof on top and this place is officially done. But you'll never believe what they complained about next.
Yeah, so I got my food and everything, but you know, I don't have a place to eat it. Like, what am I supposed to eat it on the floor?
So I built some of these round tables and some chairs, and then I created sort of an area for everyone to sit with their meals over here. And now everyone is eating in perfect harmony. 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 It's so wonderful. But do you know what's more wonderfuler? The fact that we're building a water slide that will go right into a pool. Right here, I'm building the first level of a tower. So basically, you're gonna enter through here, and right away, you're gonna see this staircase that I'm gonna add that'll lead to the second floor. Now, you can walk on through and go up the staircase, but I decided to put some merch down here, like these bath towels, some shirts that are very much waterproof, and some hats. I mean, that doesn't really make any sense for this ride, but we've got t-shirts and towels whenever you get wet. I mean, look at this guy, he loves it. I mean, clearly. But with that, let's put a roof roof on the first floor and get onto the second floor here on top. Now, this second floor, I'm not gonna do much with it. I'm just gonna add the 4 corner walls, and I'll be gracious enough to even add a bench, which they should not be tired after only climbing 1 floor. But what can I say? I'm nice like that. And now, we'll just need to add some more stairs, which will lead to the 3rd level. Okay, here's where people might start to get tired. So let's go ahead and add us another bench on this 3rd level. Now we just need to add yet another staircase, and of course, we'll need to build our 4 corner walls again to hold up our 4th level. And once you've made it all the way up to the 4th floor, you're ready to go down the slide, but we don't have that yet. Ow. So first of all, for safety, we're gonna need to add a rail all the way around this 4th floor. Now, people might bring a cell phone. I mean, they could bring a hat, or even worse, a baby. So we'll need to build a little cubby for all our loose items. And now that all that's done, it's time to build the slide itself. But first we'll need a pool, because it's not safe to slide onto the ground from this far up. So let's put us a blue square that'll serve as water on the ground here. And now we just need to make a rim around the pool using these plates to keep the water in. And now that that's done, we'll just need to add these little C-clamps on top of our tower. These little clamps will snap onto these pieces, allowing us to curve the slide. And now pretty much all we have to do is just add 1 piece of the slide at a time. And now our water slide is officially complete. Now, let's test it with our first minifigure. Oh my goodness, that's horrible, wow. Oh, well, it's okay, I have insurance. And now, our theme park is almost completely finished, but we have to finish with a roller coaster. Right now, I am building the building that will have all the controls to run this roller coaster. But over on the right side here, I'm gonna extend the building and add an entrance onto the ride. We'll get back to this later. But right now, I am building the operator for this ride. His name is Bob.
Hi, Bob.
But like I said, he's the operator, so all he has to do is hit this button to go, this button to stop, and this button to speed the ride up. And now that we know how to work it, let's add a roof. And going back to the entrance on the ride, we'll need to build a pathway for possibly a long line. And lastly, I'm gonna add some rails. But in the back here, we'll need to build a dock. And this is where all the minifigures will be lined up ready for the coaster to come in so they can get on board. A few weeks ago, I actually ordered a ton of roller coaster tracks. And these are really cool because they can do all kinds of different things. Like this one, it just stays flat, or this one, which allows the coaster to curve, and of course the best tracks are the sloped ones. Now I'm trying to put these tracks together 1 piece at a time. So I put down some flat tracks in front of our boarding dock here, and right after the people board the coaster, our track is gonna take them right up into the sky. And now I'm using these curved tracks to turn the roller coaster around once it gets up. And then from here, we're gonna angle the tracks back down, joining this end with the opposite end, allowing the coaster to return to its original destination. And now let's spice this ride up by adding some trees and some plants in the center here. And now this track is officially finished. But our coaster itself kind of looks you know what I mean? There's nothing done to it. So on this first one, I'm going with sort of a fire look. I mean, it already had the red, but I added some flames. And I added some flames. This next one, I was trying to go for a fire truck look. So you know, it's got the lights on there, and it's got these little guns that shoot out water. And this last one, I kind of went for an airplane, so I added these little tiny wings. And with that, our roller coaster is complete. We built a castle-themed entrance, a bumper cars ride, this restaurant, this water slide, and this roller coaster. Comment below what I should do next, and also, don't forget to subscribe. See you later.